I'm Topher Smith. This is Aaron Bird. And we're here to see who would win, Dumbledore or Gandalf. We were going to the store. Walking to the store to get, of course, some 40s. And we actually got into a real heated debate on who would win in a fight, Dumbledore or Gandalf. And this airhead next to me, Aaron thinks that Gandalf could actually take Dumbledore, and it's just it's embarrassing to think that Gandalf could possibly stand up to Dumbledore. I'm a big Harry Potter fanboy. I've read them all. Yeah, I'm too old to be that, and I should be embarrassed to admit that. But I'm not as much of a Harry Potter geek as this one is a Lord of the Rings geek. And so anyways, so basically the setup is what, a duel? Is the basic duel, or is it just
yes, just a straight up duel?
I mean,
no,
are they just at the grocery store fighting over the last can of pork and beans?
Yes,
they are. Okay.
Yes.
Anyways, so it's just a duel. Now here we go. I think Dumbledore would win because Gandalf is nothing but a modern day, well, not modern day, an ancient alchemist that basically used science and didn't have shit to build it with.
Well, you have to remember that Dumbledore is a prestidigitator. He's a magician. Magic works differently in Middle Earth. Dumbledore
Magic works like magic and everything.
You have to remember, Gandalf is a demigod. Let's not forget he was killed and then he came back. So even if Dumbledore killed him, he would come back to life.
Well, there's no guarantee.
Come back
there was no guarantee that he was coming back as a white. That is racist. I'm sorry.
Let's not forget.
Would like to die,
and let's not forget. Remember the scene in Lord of the Rings when Gandalf gives the command, and Saruman's staff goes boom. He could do the same thing with Dumbledore's wand. And then where would Dumbledore be?
That shit was in Willow. I swear, it was just like
all you have to do is say the word, and Dumbledore's wand goes crack.
The fight choreography out of that scene was
and
straight out
everybody
of
knows
Willow.
Harry Potter wizards are nothing without their wands. They can't do a thing. Gandalf's power is innate.
No, because in some of them,
once Dumbledore's wand is out of the picture,
some people can do magic without wands without even saying the spell. I mean, I don't know why Voldemort can't. Dumbledore, bitch, he turned a YMCA into a spell. Bitch blew up in fire and disappeared.
With the help of a phoenix.
The phoenix, it's not a wand.
Okay.
Not a wand. And fucking Gandalf, he does shit like making light come out of his staff.
No, Gandalf, there's a scene in the book.
Duracell commercial.
There's a scene in the book.
I need a cigarette.
There is a scene in the book where the Fellowship is being pursued by wargs, which we know are giant wolves. They're on a hilltop.
Lupin's a fucking werewolf.
This is
this
before
bitch is teaching PE.
This is before they get into Moria. They're on a hilltop, and the wargs are surrounding the hilltop. What Gandalf does, he takes a stick, throws it in the air, and sets a spell on it, and the whole hilltop is consumed in fire. So Gandalf and Dumbledore,
the bear would go crazy.
Gandalf and Dumbledore have equal control over the elements, but Gandalf, I think, has the advantage is because he doesn't need a wand.
Gandalf, look, you give an arsonist a can of gas, enough Pabst Blue Ribbon, and a big enough lighter, and the bitch can do the same damn thing. Except it won't be a hilltop full of wolves, it'll be some mobile home park down.
And let's not forget that when Gandalf died the first time and returned as Gandalf the White, he was more powerful, and he still was probably only experts think he was probably only using a third of his power.
We have experts that think he only used a third of his power. This is Middle Earth in what? The Third Age, which was, I don't know, just before Jesus was born? I don't know. It really doesn't give you a time frame to let you know these things.
It's been said that this time frame for events in Lord of the Rings took place about 7,000 years before the birth of Christ.
You hear that, Mormons? They beat you. But no, I'm sorry. Dumbledore can do whatever the hell he wants. Gandalf makes puffs of light. The bitch showed up at a village with
Gandalf
fire.
could deflect Dumbledore's magic. All he has to do is... Well, I will retract an earlier point. Gandalf does use a staff.
This bitch shows up at the village with a cartload of fucking fireworks, and everybody thinks that's magic. That's not magic. This bitch just found gunpowder before the Chinese. Yeah, one of them turns into a giant ass dragon and chase downs with the taunt.
So that's another.
What? Who does it chase down? Is it the one that talks in the book? Doesn't matter. The bitch chases down somebody.
That just strengthens my point. Gandalf is not only a divine being, but he's also a scholar, an alchemist, a wise man. He has many different names.
It's funny. There's 3 wise men in the whole book.
Yeah,
and
3
they go
wizards.
find a little midget. Moving on. Well, if it came down to a duel, a serious duel, like Dumbledore can actually do shit with his wand.
I would buy that shit on
Gandalf,
so fucking
I would
fast.
buy it too. That'd be awesome. But but all Gandalf really does is like he has a giant light, a flashlight.
I
staff.
think you're
I mean, he comes down the hill. And he's like, oh, and it's just like one. Look,
that's his divine light. That's his spiritual.
If you've played Shadow of the Colossus, it's the same fucking thing. Because it's
great
the same
game,
fucking,
by the way.
It's the same fucking thing. The bitch raises something up in the air and then shines a fucking light, and it doesn't even scare them away. You said it's a divine light. We had to debate on whether or not this was a divine light.
It was because Gandalf was sent back by Iluvatar, which is Tolkien's version of God. And he's a divine being. He's an angelic being.
Some people call it divine.
Dumbledore is a mortal man.
I
don't get me wrong.
Strong LED.
Don't get me wrong. I like Dumbledore. Dumbledore is a badass. But I think in a serious fight, Gandalf can make the earth crack open. He could fucking make storms come down from the sky if he was using his full power.
Look,
he could crush Dumbledore with a meteor if he really wanted to.
We're not bringing Final Fantasy into this. But look, I mean, bitch throws glass at him, a shitload of glass in the movie, at Dumbledore, and he turns that bitch into rain.
Dumbledore's magic
if he can do that, I think if he wanted to open up the earth and say, hey, fuck you, California, I think he could have done it.
I think
he's a little far away from California.
Gandalf and Dumbledore are pretty evenly matched. I think it would just be like, I think it would be like, you remember in, I'm going a little bit far afield here, but you remember in the finale of Dragon Ball Z when they're fighting Frieza? And the planet.
We're going back to Dragon Ball Z.
And the planet. I forget. The planet Namek is basically in ruins. I think that's what Earth would be if they had a fight. I think it would just be like destroy, and the balance of nature would just be fucking.
Some weird fucked up trees.
Upset. You know what I mean?
No, I think Dumbledore did it better. I mean, he was just stronger all around. This bitch could literally do anything out of his wand if he knew how to do it. I mean, Gandalf really, how many spells
and Gandalf has a sword.
How many?
Gandalf has a sword.
Dumbledore has a big-ass sword on his mantle.
I've never seen him use it. But Dumbledore's not a Gryffindor.
He doesn't need to use it. He doesn't need to use that bitch. Because I don't remember what core wand he has. Somebody out there probably remember what core wand he is and get on me for not knowing. But still, probably was a phoenix. I mean, he could probably make his own fucking wands in his office.
Speaking of Dumbledore has a phoenix. Well, guess what? Gandalf has the giant eagles. I'm sorry, but those
giant moths that don't help him when he needs it. But Fox is everywhere. The fucking phoenix shows up when this bitch ain't even expecting it, except for when he fell off that damn cliff. Granted, he got hit with the Avada Kedavra, but that damn.
We're gonna have to do another video about the eagles versus one little phoenix.
Well, I don't think we're gonna touch back on this. I think we're gonna move on to something else after this.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's just the tip of the iceberg of what we've been arguing about. So we just want to know what you guys think. Do you think Dumbledore could win in this battle, or do you think Old Man River,
Gandalf the White,
Gandalf the racist? We need Samuel L. Jackson needs to come down as Sammy the Black. He's gonna have a really big, thick staff.
Now.
Samuel the Black might take Dumbledore.
Samuel L. Jackson could cut them both down with his lightsaber.
No, because you know what? Dumbledore would like Sammy the Black bringing his big, thick staff to the battle.
No, he didn't.
But anyways, you tell us in the comments below what you guys think, or make us a video response to tell us who you think would win. Gandalf, or of course, Dumbledore. No question. Alright. Also, leave us a comment if you want us to do another battle. Who would win against who? And we'll be more than happy to get drunk and talk about it with you. Alright. Tune in next time.